Hi guys, this is Chichi here. I'm here to talk to you today about the two most common mistakes that new people do when they start playing Dota. So I've been helping a lot of new players, and what I noticed is most new players make the exact same mistakes when they start playing and when they start learning about the game. So here I wanted to talk to you about the two most common ones that I've encountered and what can you do about them. So let's focus on the Underlord in this game. The first thing I noticed when I was watching the replay was the items that he bought. So it has this Tango Stat Shield Clarity branch and a recipe for Hadrus. And this puzzled me because this is usually not something that you want to do when the game begins. So I noticed this is the build that's suggested by Valve in the select guidance here on the shop. So first thing that happens is, well, if you're trying to learn how to play a certain hero, come to this but edit it. That is, don't trust Valve and the Valve builds because they're not necessarily the most efficient and the best ones, basically. So I would say come here to customize, click on this. You can drag items around like I've taught you in other videos, and especially browse guides here. These are guides made by the community, and this is the best way that you can learn how are people actually playing heroes now. For instance, if you come here, you'll see there's already two guides for 7.0 Underlord. There's one for the offlane, and there's one that's called support. So just with this, you already have two information, basically. You have the information that this hero is played as an offlaner or a support mostly. So what does that mean? It means it's not played as a core. So this will also influence the lane that you're going to walk in. So let's say in this game that I'm looking at the heroes that we have, I think we need a support. Let's select the support build here. Select. It appears here. You also have the abilities here, so you can also follow this for the abilities that you should be taking in one. Now take this off. You'll see here, for instance, that you have core items this, so you should never be rushing your headrest like you did in this game, because mostly arcane boots would be better and getting the mech first. Okay, so now that we know this, we also know that probably you shouldn't be walking into the mid lane like this Underlord did. Basically, this Underlord walked into a lane and is just right-clicking away creeps together with his teammates, and this is something that's not correct in this game. Because the way this game works is you want to be as efficient as possible. The team that's most efficient usually will be the one that wins the game, because it's the one that can take the objectives and have this gold and experience advantage over the enemy team. So in order to achieve that, you need to know how to position yourself in the game together with your teammates. And Underlord, for instance, is a hero that's not supposed to be placed in mid. Mid is usually supposed to have this one hero that wants to get this priority gold and priority XP. So if you go with him in the mid lane, you're basically spoiling his game, spoiling his mid lane. Also, in this game, you will notice that, for instance, the safe lane for Radiant is completely empty. There's no one taking profit from this last hits and from this experience. And this is something you want to avoid. Because when you are with someone hitting creeps, you divide the XP between the people that are there around the creeps. So if you would be alone here, you would already have more levels than the enemies, and you would allow your friends to also have more levels and more gold. Now, the second mistake that most heroes and most players, do when they start playing the game: overcommitting. Basically, you'll notice there's this guy that's super low. Oh, I really want to kill him. Let me just walk into the enemy's jungle and completely around the map up to the second tower in the lane, just trying to kill him. What's most probable is gonna escape and you're gonna die after, because you entered so deep into the enemy map that an enemy is just gonna come and try to kill you in return. So overcommitting is almost never worth it, because what's gonna happen is, even if you kill the enemy that you're after, you're also gonna die yourself after. And dying means two very important things. First, you're giving your enemy an advantage. Every time you die because of an enemy hero that killed you, you're giving him gold and experience because of that kill. Right now, for instance, he's gonna die to this lifestealer. It just gave him experience and gold. Second thing, when you die, you get away from the game for this amount of time. You lose gold immediately when you die because that gold goes to the enemy, but you also are, let's say, in the box You see, you were 8 seconds, because the game is really in the beginning, you were 8 seconds away. And that's really important, because to be as efficient as possible, you want to stay next to creeps and next to gold and experience as much as possible. So if you die, it's like someone puts a button, calls the pause button on your game, and that really affects your performance in it. So you want to avoid dying as much as possible. And how do you do this? How do you avoid dying? Well, first of all, don't forget you have an HP bar. HP means hit points, which I like to call health or life, because it's basically your life. It means how much you're alive in this game. And this is your green bar here. You see this green bar? This green bar goes down, of course, every time you take damage, either but because of towers, or because of enemy creeps, or because of enemy heroes. So you don't want this HP bar to go completely down, because if it does, you die. So ideally, you will want to think something like every time this HP bar goes down to half, let's say half, you should have a red alert in your head. Oh god, red alert, I'm off under my XP. That's really my HP. That's really bad. I'm probably gonna die. I'm gonna feed gold. I don't want this to happen. Let me just go back and not go after this one person, and let me regen my health. In this game, he opted for a headrest, so that's really slowly also regening. But also, you could just eat your tangos that you should have. You can use healing salves if you have them. Just don't stay under half your HP ever, anywhere. Because probably that's gonna mean if your enemy is good enough, he's gonna kill you. The last thing that I wanted to tell you about this, that also is connected to both things, is no, and don't forget that towers also can hit heroes. So if you click on them right when you are in the game, you will see a red line around it. You see this red line here? Basically, this red line means this is the range of attack of this tower. You really don't want to be under this red line ever, because the tower is going to hit you, and tower hits are really painful and very quick. So in game, you can just click this building, see the red line, try to learn by heart to adjust yourself, knowing that this line is here, so you should never be under it. Like right now, look at this. You just willingly walked under tower range, which meant the tower did like 3 hits on you, which is really bad, because towers hit for a lot, they have a lot of damage, and they hit very quickly. So this would be my synthesis of the most common mistakes. So basically, first, know your hero, and second, try to not overcommit. Understand that you're not supposed to be chasing for kills to the ends of the earth, and you're not supposed to be walking around with this much health, for instance. You never should walk around with less than half your HP. So this would be all. If you have any doubt, as always, just let me know, guys, and I hope this helps somehow. Bye!